1 year ago, I had zero online income. Today, I've made $60,347 from my online business. But it was not a straight line up. I made $400 my first month, zero my second month, then $2,100 my third. I'm going to walk you through all 12 months. What I did, how much I made, what worked, what failed, and the exact roadmap that took me from zero to $60,000 in 1 year, all while working a full-time job for the first 8 months. Alright, let's dive into months 1 through 3. This is what I call the foundation phase. In month 1, I made $400. The first thing I did was choose my service, content writing for SaaS companies. I created my Upwork profile, which took a solid 6 hours, and sent out 15 proposals. I managed to win 2 small test projects. I used free tools like Google Docs, Gmail, and the free version of Grammarly, so my total expenses were zero. My income came from 2 projects, $150 for a blog post and $250 for landing page copy. That's $400 total. I worked about 40 hours that month, so my effective hourly rate was a measly $10 an hour. The key lesson here: the first month is all about setup. Don't expect huge income. Then came month 2, the desert. I made a grand total of $0. It was brutal. I sent 22 proposals, even more than in month 1, and won 0 jobs. I seriously questioned everything and almost quit. But I kept sending proposals anyway, so why did I make nothing? My proposals were generic. I was aiming way too high for projects over $5,000 with no reviews, and my profile wasn't optimized. I fixed this by improving my profile description, lowering my rate from $50 to $35 an hour to make it easier to win jobs, and I started sending custom non-copy-pasted proposals for smaller projects in the $300 to $800 range. The lesson: month 2 often sucks. You have to push through, and that brings us to month 3, the breakthrough. I made $2,100. I sent 18 more targeted proposals and 1 for projects. I delivered great work and got my first 5-star reviews. The income broke down like this: $450 for an email sequence, $600 for a case study, $350 for a blog post series, and $700 for a landing page and emails. Total, $2,100. I worked about 60 hours, which bumped my hourly rate up to $35. Plus, all 4 clients left me 5-star reviews. So, at the end of the first quarter, my total income was $2,500. The big takeaway is that the first 90 days are about building a foundation, not raking in cash. Now for months 4 through 6, where I started getting my first real clients. In month 4, my income jumped to $3,400. The big change was that 3 of my clients from month 3 hired me again. This meant I didn't need to send as many proposals. With reviews under my belt, I raised my rate to $45 an hour. My income came from $900 from 1 repeat client, $750 from another, $450 from a third. And I also landed 2 new clients for $800 and $500 each. I was still at my day job, working about 19 hours a week on the side. The key insight: repeat clients are absolute gold. Take care of them. Month 5 was scale mode, and I hit $4,200. I raised my rate again to $55 an hour and started declining low-budget projects. I focused on repeat clients and only sent 8 proposals all month. My 4 repeat clients brought in $2,800. And 2 new clients added another $1,400. I worked about 76 hours, keeping my rate at $55 an hour. The biggest breakthrough this month was landing my first monthly retainer client for $800 a month. That guaranteed income changed everything. By month 6, I was hitting my stride and made $5,100. I now had 3 monthly retainer clients, bringing in a recurring $1,800 per month. This meant I only needed to find $3,300 in project work to hit my $5,000 goal, which was way less stressful. My income was $1,800 from retainers and $3,300 from projects. My effective hourly rate was now $60. So, for the second quarter, my total income was $12,700, bringing my year-to-date total to over $15,000. Months 4 to 6 are where the income starts feeling real. Next up, months 7 through 9, the growth phase. In month 7, I made $6,200. My income was now consistently between $5,000 and $6,000 a month, which was more than my day job paid after taxes. So, I gave my 2 weeks notice and quit. My income was $2,200 from retainers and $4,000 from projects. This unlocked my freedom. I could finally work full-time on my online business. No more evenings and weekends. My key rule was not to quit my day job until my online income was 1.5 times my day job salary for at least 3 months straight. Month 8 was my first full month solo, and I made $7,800. Being full-time meant I was available for calls during business hours and could take on more work without being exhausted. I raised my rate to $65 an hour, added 2 more retainer clients, and launched a simple website. My retainers now brought in $3,400 a month, with another $4,400 from project work. I only worked about 30 hours a week that month, which was amazing. In month 9, I focused on building systems and earned $8,400 net. I hired a video editor for $800 a month and started this YouTube channel. My monthly retainers were up to $3,600, with $5,600 in project work. Investing in my business by starting YouTube was a long-term play to build my brand, not just do client work. By the end of the 3rd quarter, my cumulative income was $37,600. I had quit my day job and started YouTube. Months 7 to 9 are all about systems and scaling. Welcome to the momentum phase. Months 10 through 12. In month 10, I made $9,200 by productizing my services. I created a digital product, conversion copy templates, for $47 and sold it to my small email list. This unlocked a new passive income stream. My income was $3,800 from retainers, $4,800 from projects, and $600 from my new digital product. Month 11, I hit $10,100. The big news. This YouTube channel hit 1,000 subscribers and got monetized. My income was $4,000 from retainers, $5,200 from projects, $700 from my digital product, and my very first $200 from YouTube ads. I finally broke $10,000 a month. And in month 12, the year-end push, I made $10,547. I ran a Black Friday sale on my digital product and created a second one. I increased my YouTube posting schedule, and the income broke down like this: $4,200 from retainers, $4,500 from projects, a $1,647 spike in product sales, and another $200 from YouTube. My full year income was $60,347. My average hourly rate went from $10 in month 1 to $88 in month 12. So, what would I do differently? First, what worked? I started with a service business, which is the fastest path to revenue. I focused on mastering one platform, Upwork, before expanding. I reinvested in my business, and I built multiple income streams. Critically, I didn't quit my day job until I was ready. But what would I change? I should have raised my rates faster. I stayed at $35 an hour for too long. I also should have formed an LLC earlier, around the 6-month mark. And a big one, I should have started my email list on day 1. I missed 7 months of list building. Finally, I should have created products and hired help sooner. I could have scaled much faster. Here's a quick checklist for you. In month 1, choose your service, create a profile, send proposals, and aim to make your first few $100s. Months 2 and 3, keep sending proposals, get those first 5-star reviews, and aim for $1,000 to $3,000. Months 4 to 6, raise your rates, get a retainer client, build a simple website, start your email list, and shoot for $3,000 to $6,000 a month. In months 7 to 9, if your income is stable, plan your day job exit, raise your rates again, hire your first contractor, and start creating content. Your goal is $6,000 to $9,000 a month. And in months 10 to 12, create a digital product, diversify your income streams, and aim for $9,000 to $12,000 a month. A realistic first-year income is between $40,000 and $60,000. To recap my first year, I went from zero to over $60,000. Quit my day job, and built a business that now brings in nearly $10,000 a month. It worked because I was consistent. I kept raising my rates, I diversified my income, and I reinvested in growth. The key is to just start. Month 1 is always better than month 0. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what month you're in on your journey. See you in the next one.